Abigail. What up YouTube and all you sexy body fighters. So today I'll be doing a deck profile on the Deathcrest Requiem deck of the Black Dragons. And oh, you mean where can you get this deck? Okay, before I start, I forgot to mention this deck is available on buddy-mart.com and together with all the rarities here. So it includes the SP, the Secret Flag, as well as the 4 beautiful buddy rares. And I know that some Black Dragon fans would kill to get their hands on this amazing looking Black Dragon deck. So hurry, go to buddy-mart.com, links in the description down below. So today the deck profile will be on the Deathcrest Requiem. This will be the main card of today. Let's take a look at this card. So basically, pay 3 life, all abilities of this card cannot be nullified. At the end of your opponent's turn, put 1 card into his soul. Then if there are 3 or more souls from this card, put this into the drop zone and you win the game. So you instantly win the game no matter your opponent has how many life. Zui has 20 over life, but doesn't matter. And you may only cast this if you have a Black Dragon monster on your field. So at first, this deck is known to be a fun deck, because basically now that the decks are so rushed, you pay 3 life, and you still have to survive 3 whole turns. But 3 turns is totally not that long at all. Trust me, because I've won countless multiples battle with this deck. 3 turns is just too little turns. It could be 5 turns and I'm still winning. Alright, so let's go through the deck profile. The buddy, we have Annihilation Black Death Dragon Abigail. So pay 1 gauge, all Black Dragon set on your field cannot be destroyed nor returned to your hand by your opponent card effect. That means they can't destroy the set spell. When this card enters the field or is destroy a monster on your opponent's turn. This card is really very strong because to survive 3 turns, basically this card helps you stop your opponent in their tracks, destroy their monsters. It's a good card against Zui as well, because they mostly focuses on 1 monster, which is usually their 2x dimension, which is absolutely just stop them in their tracks. So we play 4 of the buddy rare version, very beautiful. And the next card we have Purple Rag of Ruin Abigail. This card is from the latest set Evolution and Mutation. Pay 1 gauge. When this card enters the field, you gain 2 life. Oh, gain more life, harder for your opponent to kill you. At the end of your turn, if you have a Black Dragon set on your field, destroy a card on your opponent's field. So Black Dragons right now is a control style. You destroy their stuff, makes them harder for them to kill you, and you just secure the win with all you have to do is secure the win with your impact. Next up, we have a Short Repose Abigail. When this card enters the field, charge 2 gauge if you have a set spell on your field. Amazing charge spell. Very powerful. And the next card is also very important. It's the double rare Blackcrest Dragon Zealots. So basically, when this card enters the field, pay 2 gauge. If you do, put up to 1 set from your deck into your hand. So by playing 4 of these as well as 4 of the impacts, that gives you 8 chance to draw your impact. The best is to draw your impact on the very first turn. Don't worry, this deck has so much draw power, you're able to draw it very easily. And the next card we have Black Dragon Doobie Wrap Souvenir. When this card is destroyed, if you have an impact set on your field, which is your main card, pay 1 gauge, and if you do draw 2 cards, you may pay 1 gauge to draw 2 cards. This ability only activates once per turn, so this card is really powerful because it helps you draw into your defensive spells and basically more hand size in order for you to carry out your combos, as well as last defend to your opponent can't kill you. And the next card is from the latest set as well, Evolution and Mutation. This card is so powerful because take a look at this effect. Counteract, if you have a Black Dragon set on your field, choose a card on your opponent field and you may discard this card from your hand. If you do, the chosen card minus 5000 power and critical minus 3. This means that if you are versusing Zui, you just minus his 2x dimension by 3 crits and 5000 power, basically you end his entire turn. Not only that, it also works very well for Purgatory Knights. Basically you end their entire turn because their Demios is their main attacker and they can't deal damage. Basically they skip a turn, and for them skipping a turn, which means another turn closer to their death. Talking about death, next card we have Death Gauge Timer. Cast cost, put top 5 cards into his soul, face up. It's a set card. At the beginning of your attack phase, put a soul from this of an attack phase, put a soul from this card into his gauge. So you have 5. It's as good as 1 card pump 5 gauge. It's really crazy, and it's a set spell as well. Use it to sacrifice. At the end of your turn, if there's no souls in this card, put this card into the drop zone and put all cards of both fighter gauge into a drop zone. So this is a very strong card because basically you can control your opponent gauge. You can choose whether whether I should sack this and save all my gauge when it has done its job, or you can force your opponent to destroy all his gauge, and that will kill a lot of his plays, making him unable to kill you, and eventually resulting in a win for you. Very, very, very amazing card. The next card we have Darkness Healing. Cast cost, destroy a monster on your field and you gain 2 life. If you have a Black Dragon set on your field, you gain 2 life, which means you gain 4 life. Your life is just too high for your opponent to kill you. That's why this deck is so strong. It's in the meta right now. Previously it was fun deck, but people actually take this deck really seriously right now. Let me tell you guys a secret. When Overturn comes out, there's this Abigail which allows you opponent to basically skip a turn just by using his Overturn, which means this card downs to 2 turns, and with all his support, I'm really afraid for your opponent if I'm your opponent facing this deck. Next card we have Invitation to the Death Ground. Is another Black Dragon set spell as well. What you want to do is you have a lot of set spells for this deck, and basically set spells help you gain a lot of advantage. The opponent can't call monsters from the drop zone, so the Zui Miltree can't call monsters from drop zone. Drexola can't call monsters from the drop zone, and basically the Purgatory Knights Necropumps can call monsters from drop zone. This is crazy strong. And activate, choose a monster or item on your opponent's field, and pay 2 gauge, rest the chosen card. So you rest crazy cards like Kaiseron. This card is it shouldn't even be an uncommon. It's just so powerful. Next card we have Noble Sacrifice. So pay 1 gauge, destroy a Black Dragon on your field. If you do, gain 2 life and draw a card. Know that it says Black Dragon. It can be set spells or any monsters, and it helps you gain life defending yourself. You can escape penetrate damage or anything if your monster is in the center, and it helps you gain cards as well. So maintaining hand size, gaining life, and not losing an advantage. The next card we have a very important cards in the Black Dragon series right now. It's called Black Ritual. Destroy a Black Dragon on your field. No, that is any cards. Put the top card of your deck into the gauge, gain 1 life, and draw 2 cards. You may only cast Black Ritual once per turn. So what I like to do is, sometimes I like to call my buddy, destroy a monster, gain an advantage, Black Ritual, sack him, destroy another monster, gain 1 life, gain 1 gauge, draw 2 cards. This card is a must play in any Black Dragon decks right now. It's just so powerful, such a huge advantage gainer. Next card we have Removal Voice. Pay 1 gauge, counter, call a size 1 Black Dragon monster in your drop zone. By paying its call cost, you may only cast this card once per turn. So sometimes people like to counter your deck by playing some destruction spell, such as destroy set spell, destroy your item so that your main impact can be destroyed. Once if they does that, just counter. What I like to do is call your buddy. Your set spell cannot be destroyed. You get to destroy his monster. It stops his play. This card can actually stop your opponent's entire turn. The whole deck just synchronizes well, really, really well. In the next card we have 4 of the weapons. Sickle of Slaughter, Gil Halem, I don't know. Pay 1 gauge. This card can attack even if you have a monster in your center. The perfect full field kind of setup. All Black Dragons set on your field cannot be destroyed nor returned to your hand by your opponent cards, and their souls of those cards cannot be put into the drop zone. Means this card combo with the impact, it is unstoppable. When this card attacks a monster, destroy one of those monsters, instant pop, no matter how high your defense is, even if it's a 10,000 guy, boom, destruction. You know, you just destroy him like that. It's really very strong, and works really well with this card. And well, that's it. So Black Dragons is just really strong right now. I'll show you what it's like to do in the first. So let's say a typical hand starts out like that, and you go first. Okay, so maybe let's charge one card. We'll charge and draw. Okay, so in order for this card to work, you gotta have a set spell. Well, let's set Invitation to the Death Ground. And Abigail, I will call Abigail and charge 2 gauge. Alright, charge 2 gauge. Then what should I do? Since I have so much gauge, I will just call him, pay 2 gauge, and look for your impact. There it is, impact. Then put it in your hand. And then you can cast Black Ritual. Can destroy something that's not protecting your center, so gain a life. Charge a gauge and draw 2 cards. And you can go for your opponent life. At the end of it, you know, you can set your set spell, gain 3 life. And with this, look at my field. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 just set up like that, and I can and one Gamaro actually is equivalent to stopping your opponent entire turn for 1, because usually they focus us on 1 main card, and this one helps you gain life, draw a card, and you know, Invitation of Death Ground, since you have so much gauge, actually just rest their monsters and stop them. It helps them really badly, and it just you know, you get where I'm going. This deck is just really strong right now, with further support from the newer sets in the upcoming series. Trust me, Black Dragons is just unstoppable. So I hope you guys enjoy this deck profile of Abigail, and you know, be sure to check out Buddy Mart, because they have other decks as well, and singles, and keep on buddy fighting.